myself all of my favorite things. Been through some bad-ish, I should be a eccentric. Who would have thought it turned me to a savage? Rather be tied up with cuffs and not strings. Write my own checks like how I would have sing. Please stop watching my name. It's faucet, make big deposits. My gloss is popping. You like my hair? She thinks she's spotty. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it. 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 You like my hair? She thinks she's spotty. I see it, I like it, I want it, I got it.
Aming Filipino OFWs, of course, mga kapatid natin sa Middle East, sa Europe as well, and within Asia. Good evening din no sa mga overseas kapatid natin, Japan, Taiwan, Korea, all over the world. And of course, especially sa mga kababayan natin na nandito sa Pilipinas. Alright? So, I'll be facilitating the presentation for this session today. And allow me to, you know, do a sound check first, no? So, guys, can you hear me on your side? Okay, click the reaction button or type on the chat box. Good, very good. Thank you, Janet. Thank you, Miss Rax. All right. Thank you. At loud and clear pala tayo on your side. All right. Okay. Very good. Thank you. Thank you very much. All right. So I'm very excited to be with you guys, to be here to deliver this financial literacy class. And we've been doing this, me and the team, I've been doing this for 15 years na po. Okay? And still we become so excited. We feel so excited every time we deliver financial literacy classes. Lalong-lalo na sa online classes. No? At alam natin, mas malayo yung, yung reach. We have a wider reach to spread the mission of financial education. All right? So first up, we say a prayer, no, para i-honor natin, no, i-honor yung source of everything, no. So whether you're a Christian, you're a Catholic, or you're a non-Christian, doesn't matter, no. If you believe in someone greater, someone powerful and you a divine, source, no, then it's also proper to thank and appreciate and honor and recognize po yung yung provider natin of everything. All right, so let's begin with a prayer. In the name of the Father, the Son, the Holy Spirit. Amen. Today I ask you to bless me so that I may become a blessing. Lord, I commit myself to enrich others, but because I cannot give what I do not have, I commit myself to become rich. I commit myself to serve you and to serve the poor with my wealth. Today, I open myself to the abundance of your universe. Use me as your channel of love. Give me the ability to create wealth that will bless the world. Increase my financial wisdom and expand my territories. I place my life in your hands. Amen. Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. Amen. Thank you po. Thank you for giving time, no? Or sinabayan nyo yung prayer natin, no? So once again, I welcome you all sa financial class for OFW. W's, overseas Filipino workers. And again, no, it's not limited or exclusive po to overseas Filipino workers. We can, if you have a family back home in the Philippines, please do invite them as well, no? So lahat ng Filipinos, this class is dedicated to all Filipinos out there that are fighting for our dreams, fighting for their dreams and fighting for the dreams of their loved ones, no? So I'm honored to be the one to share to you specifically yung topic natin tonight will just revolve around this book, yung libro na nakikita natin dyan sa screen. Gagawa tayo ng book study. Mean to say, I will not discuss everything what's inside the book, but I'll share to you ano yung mga relevant at mga simple and clear na mga information from that book that really helped me and that has helped a lot Filipinos, no, a lot of Filipinos worldwide. Kaya yung tawag sa session natin tonight or this afternoon is book study. Okay? So, quick background for myself, no, about myself. My name is Jess and my wife is Joanne. And 15 years na po kami as financial educators, as a member of this community. And because of this community as well, because of IMG, nagkaroon po tayo ng certification sa US as a US financial educator kasi sa country, no, sa Amerika, talagang profesyon yung pagiging financial educator. And I'm so glad that through this organization IMG, we had a chance. We are the few Filipinos who got this professional certification. And sa Philippines naman, we are Associate Financial Planner ng Registered Financial Planners Institute of the Philippines. And it's a highly recognized certification worldwide rin, no? Yung RFP. And me and my wife, Joanne, are engineers by profession. But 15 years ago, na-meet namin yung community na si IMG, na-invite rin kami ng isang kaibigan. At sinubukan lang naming makinig, no? Kasi importante, you get to learn new things, no? About life, lalong-lalo na when it comes to money. And long story short, 15 years ago, namulat kami, no, na sa katotohanan na it's not enough pala, no? It's not enough just to earn money. We realize that importante rin na ma-manage natin yung pinaghirapan nating income. Okay? So that's why each of us left our own profession. I was working before as a telecom engineer. My wife Joanne is a design engineer. And each of us left our profession. And because we met our calling, no, we discover our calling, a greater cause na naisip namin na mas makatulong kami sa ibang tao at sa sarili namin kung gagawin namin ito full-time. Pero marami sa community natin sa IMG, part-time. 90% of IMG members are connected still with their jobs, with their businesses. Yung iba nga, volunteer sa simbahan, yung iba. So, maraming members si IMG worldwide, iba-ibang background. And 10% of the members are full-time. Full-time volunteers po. Lahat po tayo dito volunteers. Okay? So, before I proceed, no, to this information sharing for tonight, especially itong session na ito is dedicated for our brothers and sisters that are overseas. So I've invited one good friend kasama natin dito sa community. And this lady, isa sa mga hinahangaan ko, no, is because she has been actively involved in a lot of Filipino communities, also especially in the Middle East. And at the same time, she's a mother of four. Correct ba, Mr. 4, no? Mother of 4. And malaki na yung mga anak niya. And still, she has a passion pa rin to help a lot of families. And she's based, outside the Philippines. So, hindi ko na lang patagalin, no? Our sharer for tonight, I am honored to introduce to you one of the recognized OFWs or Filipinas around the world, no? Miss Maria Teresa Binghay. Pasok po.
Thank you, Sir Jess, for that very beautiful introduction. Maraming salamat po. And I hope everybody here ay na-bless no, today to be here. I am so blessed, Sir Jess and Ma'am Jo, for the invitation. I'm so humbled. I'm so graced at the same time because hindi lang po ako ang nabibless actually ng IMG, no? It's the whole world at large at the moment. So, I am Teresa Binghay. Ex-OFW po ako, no? In the Middle East, I came here after my divorce. Yun ang aking story. So I'm a single mom. Yes, I have 4 kids. My eldest is taking his Juris Doctor. Mag-aabogado daw siya because hindi ko natapos yung law school ko. Siya daw magtatapos for me. My daughter is one of the directors of one of the art schools dyan sa Cebu. And it's Guangming Institute. It's an art school for all those Filipinos all around the Philippines na may talent, no, na gusto mag-aral and wanna proceed into a very specific art or line. So, yung pagpunta ko here few years back, I came to realize na family is always important. And I've thought of, lalo na nung mag-COVID, it really parang blew up my mind na at any single moment of time, there is parang insecurity. No? Lalo na sa atin, whoever our OFWs here can really connect with me. Malayo tayo sa family natin, so we're not hindi tayo na parang na feel at ease because malayo tayo sa kanila, no? So I thought nung mag-COVID, sabi ko it's really sad na hindi lahat sa buong mundo nagiging ready, of course. I've been working from home from the last 15 years kasi my work involved consulting. Nung magpunta ako here until I got or built my own business, nagtatrabaho lang kami sa bahay most of the time, on the field, visiting clients. So hindi kami masyadong na-shock sa pandemic. But then how about the majority? Yon ang pinaka ano ko, parang sad part na nafe-feel ko. Kaya I really shared to anybody whom I bumped into IMG. Because it's not only just a simple healthcare and at the same time insurance sa tabi-tabi or what. It's really giving us the full benefit ng pagiging OFW or kahit hindi tayo OFW, nasa Pinas lang tayo with our family. We really have to secure them, no? We really have to secure our friends even, and even strangers, because we're hitting up the 30 million by 2030, right? So we've got to hit that and magtulungan lang tayo and that's it, no? Now, currently, I am based in the Middle East. The whole Middle East covered namin yan because our business involves oil and gas, meron tayong technology, so marami tayong scope of work, real estate. So I am basically nagta-travel most of the time. So I need to secure myself and my family. Mamaya may biglang nangyayari sa akin, right? So now, why I have thought of really being with IMG, hindi din lang kasi siya isang security for me. Nagiging family ko din ang IMG. And I've come to be very close with Sir Jez and Ma'am Jo, and I'm so busy. So halos wala akong panahon, no, to take care of the people na sharean ko ng opportunity, and they will ask me, "Oh, Mr. Ano pala yung ma-advise mo sa amin about healthcare and everything?" So I'm always talking about it. And kahit during financial literacy programs natin dito sa Middle East, I also mention IMG all the time. So yun, so I have to grab and disturb Sir Jess and Ma'am Jo during those times. So I am glad again to be here. That's all I could share, and hopefully tayong lahat mabi-blessed with IMG and we will keep sharing to the whole world. Thank you, Sir Jess. And have a blessed afternoon, evening, and morning to all.
All right, thank you, Ma'am Teresa, no, Miss Teresa. So it's good that a person like you is able to share and share your side and your perspective about all this, especially no, lalong-lalo na sa pandemic na side. So yeah, and congratulations sa lahat na nandito sa orientation natin or sa presentation natin this evening or this afternoon. Because patikim lang yon sa blessing, no? Yung sinare ni Miss Teresa is she is sharing how IMG is able to bless and help her at the same time yung family niya. So the next information, the next few slides, I'll be talking about how this organization has blessed a lot of families, no? A lot of OFWs, Filipino migrant families, and then specifically yung mission natin as to how simple and how clear paano natin tinulungan talaga, no? Kasi minsan iniisip natin na baka difficult, baka mahirap, baka yung proseso hindi ko kaya, baka yung information hindi ko kaya. Guys, no, napaka-simple, very simple. Information is simple, clear, and you can even share it to your family and friends right after this. So if they are not here with you, you can invite them to the next webinar because the information is so easy to absorb. All right. So IMG, nakikita natin dyan sa screen. IMG is a community of savers and investors, and we are focused on promoting primarily the mission of promoting financial education. And at the same time, we have partnered with a lot of financial companies that help us, guide every one of us to make the right decision when it comes to moving or putting where our finances would be more shall I say, advantageous to our finances or yung mag-flourish or mag-grow yung ano natin, financial life natin, no? So, the next few slides, makikita natin yan, no? And yon yung na-mention din ni Ms. Teresa kanina, and nakikita natin sa background ko, no? Sa background sa Zoom, no? Na it's the mission is, how do we measure? Paano natin na-measure? Through this very simple counter. No, so all of us here, especially the first timers, it will be an honor for you guys to be able to fill up this counter so that maisali ka na rin sa yung pangalan mo, maisali na rin sa counter natin, at in short, you became part of history already in achieving this 30 million by 2030. 30 million Filipinos po yung goal natin na ma-share natin yung financial education sa kanila and on or before 2030. So it will be you will be part of history. We will all be part of history because never in the Philippine history has a community done this before, na talagang ine-educate natin massively. Binibigay natin yung information all about financial education. Okay? And together with us in this campaign, are our mentors and notable people. If you're familiar with some of them, yes. And then the founders of our organization, in the left side of the screen, nakikita nyo dyan if you follow my cursor or the mouse, the arrow or the red dot, no, that's Joanne de las Peñas, Noel Arandilla, and Bart Borja. These are the three people who founded our community way back 1996 or even earlier. Kasi they are actively involved with the US and Canada community, and still the community in the US and Canada, sa America and Canada, the community there is composed of different people, different races, no? May Incheck, may Americano, may Canadian, may British, may Indian, marami, no? And iniisip nila na if these people who are in the US or in America, in Canada, they're already okay, no? Yung buhay nila is okay, and yet they're still hungry for financial education. How much more yung mga tao sa Pilipinas? So why don't we bring this mission to our country? So long story short, The three guys, no, Joanne, Noel, and Bart, these are the founders of our community. Since 1996, our community has been spreading from the key provinces and key cities in the Philippines. At nagkaroon na tayo ng mga financial centers, training centers all over the Philippines, as well as iba't ibang chapters po abroad, no? Sa Middle East, we have the Dubai chapter. We also have uh, 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 um, Saudi chapter. We also have in the Europe, we have Italy chapter. We have Spain, and in Asia, of course, we have Taiwan, Korea, Japan. So every Filipino gets to have a chance. No, I mean to say it's not exclusive to a few people. It's it's open to all. So that's why, guys, I congratulate you in advance. 100 plus of us here because you've attended, but no one paid you to attend. You just attend because you realize that this is something good for you and good for your family as well. Okay? So, guys, again, as I mentioned kanina, na yung topic natin for this session will just revolve around ano yung laman ng libro na nakikita natin dyan sa screen, no? And that book, may nag-volunteer na sumulat ng introduction or foreword, and yung nag-volunteer is no other than Brother Bo Sanchez. So if you know him, he's also an entrepreneur, he's also a preacher, he writes books about relationships, about family, about financial, about leadership, and about spiritual. And nag-volunteer po siya kasi mentor niya yung mga founders ng IMG. So he volunteered as a sign of gratitude, as a sign of thankfulness. He volunteered to write an introduction about the book, and he says there, "Friend, this book is your ticket of upgrading your financial life. Read it, devour it, and share it with people who need financial revolution in their life." By the way, if you don't have a book yet, if you don't have a hard copy, there's a soft copy. And in fact, if you're a new, you're not yet a member, you can have a chance to read the first few chapters of the book. Just request a link para maka-download ka. Request a link from the person who invited you in this session para ma-download mo yung first few chapters at mabasa mo. Okay? And you know what? That book, since the release like 2-3 years ago, it has, the first few months alone, it was, there are over 500,000 copies printed and distributed worldwide. So, sobra more than just a bestseller, no? Kasi yung bestseller is 10,000 books lang. Bestseller ka na. Ito, first few months pa lang, 500,000 copies na that distributed and shipped worldwide. So, isa sa mga precious learning na nakuha ko sa libro na yan, the message is very clear. Sabi dyan, money is powerful, but what is more powerful is financial education. Money comes and goes. So 15 years ago po, yan po yung na-realize ko. Na oo nga, no? Aanhin mo yung mga pinaghirapan mo, aanhin mo yung mga kinakita mong income, salary, or sa business, if walang financial education. Masasayang lang lahat, no? Yung pinapaguran natin. So, importante pala, financial education rin, no? So, yan. Yan po yung advocacy natin sa IMG, no? And isa sa mga highlights on the book, the book easily talks about realities that's happening, no? And one of the realities is that ito, no? When it comes to securing and saving the future, many good people fail, many smart people fail, hardworking people fail, young people fail, old people fail. Sinusulat yan sa libro. I'm just reading it. Okay? And doctors, teachers, engineers, many end up retiring without enough savings. Kahit doktor, no? Malaki yung kita ng doktor, pero maraming doktor that retire poor. Kahit yung teacher, a lot of teachers retire poor. Kahit engineers, no? Maraming engineers marunong sa numero, pero hindi marunong sa pera. Isa na po ako dyan, no? Before I met IMG, I failed with money, no? Nalubog po ako sa utang at hindi ko mabayaran. Kung hindi dumating si IMG, hindi ko malaman kung paano makawala sa utang po. I will never have an idea on how to become debt free. Okay? And these people do not set out to fail. They do fail because they fail to plan and manage their personal finances. Ibig sabihin, no one plans to fail. We just fail to make a plan. Ibig sabihin, I've never met a person in my 15 years experience as financial educator. I've never met somebody who told me like this, Jess, the reason why I work hard, the reason why nagsumikap ako, the reason why nag-sacrifice ako para kumita ng malaki, para kumita ng maayos na income. Gusto ko kasi, Jess, na pagtanda ko, gusto ko maghirap ako sa buhay. I want to struggle in my older years. Walang ganun. I've never met a person who told me that. Instead, I've met a lot of people telling me, Jess, the reason why I work hard today, so that when I grow old, I'll be better off. I'll be in a more secure financial situation. Yun, marami akong na-meet na nagsabi sa akin na ganun. No? But again, why do many people fail? Simply because hindi alam. Simply because hindi na-manage yung income. Simply because hindi natin na-share yung financial education. They lack financial education. Yan yung reason po. Mean to say, they did not lack money, nandyan yung pera. Kulang lang ng financial education. Okay? Another reality na napo-point out sa libro. Okay? And this one also goes out to our Filipino brothers and sisters, no? Sabi dito, many overseas Filipino workers work hard for years, still end up retiring poor. OFWs are heroes who sacrifice a lot just to be able to send money and gifts to their families back home. In many cases, families take for granted just how hard it is for an OFW to earn the money they send home. The families do not know that many OFWs send balikbayan boxes filled with brand new clothes and shoes that they themselves do not have. Sad but true. Okay? Nakaka-relate po ako kasi I have two elder sisters and both of their husbands are overseas. Yung isa seaman, yung isa land-based po. So and aside from that, I also have some uncle, no, yung mga kapatid ng tatay ko na mga OFWs before, So it says here in the book, you also hear stories of OFWs investing in businesses for their families in the Philippines to manage. For example, providing money to set up a transportation business like a car or a jeepney. When it is time to replace the tires of the vehicle, the business cannot pay for it. The family instead depends on the OFW to pay the tires. Sa kanya na ang kapital, sa kanya pa rin ang gasto. So, guys, these are written in the book. Binasa ko lang. Kinopya ko lang at binasa ko lang. And I don't know if nakaka-relate ba kayo, guys, but I can relate 100%. Nung talking about one of my relatives, yung kapatid ng tatay ko, yung uncle ko, kasi my father is the eldest of all, like 7 or 8 siblings, and yung isang kapatid niya is naging doktor, and I think he was one of the very few doctors who went to Saudi during his time. Mga late 70s to 80s, no? So, yan. And of course, alaman natin kung magkano yung kita ng doktor. So, out of the income that he earned as a doctor, he bought a lot of investments, and yung number one investment madalas na pipiliin talaga ng isang Pilipino is yung lupa, no? Property. So, what he did, he bought a lot of properties. He bought properties in Cavite, he bought properties in Laguna, he bought property in Las Piñas, in Cebu, he bought property in a lot of provinces, no? And yun, and it looks okay. You look successful when you do that, no? You feel successful when you do that. And yung last na ginawa niya, yung property niya sa Las Piñas, he built a building on that property, like a 2-story building, and then he and his wife and his kid live on the second floor, on the ground floor, pinaparentahan ng isang bangko, and then that was his retirement plan, and he did retire because of that. He was thinking like, okay na ito kasi pwede na akong mag-retire, no? So everything went well during retirement. However, nagkasakit siya, no? Due to old age, and due to poor health, physical health, no? Nagkasakit siya, lumabas na yung diabetes, and then nag-complicate sa heart niya. So in and out siya sa hospital. And nag-complicate yung diabetes niya. So in such a way, yung kidney niya, they have to replace it with another kidney, no? So and then sa St. Luke's, di ba? Sa St. Luke's kasi doktor siya eh. Doktor siya, of course he wants to go to the best and the top hospital. So he went to St. Luke's para tanggalin yung kidney na hindi na nag-function and palitan ng bagong kidney, ganun. And then for some time naging okay, but after a few years it did not work, no? Lumala yung niya, yung sakit niya, diabetes, and then he got into cardiac arrest, and then eventually he died. Now, ano yung pinaka sad story, you know? I was also part in disposing some of his properties. Okay? I was part of it because all these properties nakapangalan sa kanya. And alam natin, no, pag namatay na yung may-ari ng property, you know, there's only like few weeks or few months to take action. If not, then you'll be paying a lot of taxes. And the family that he left behind doesn't know what to do with all of it. So partly, I was helping them dispose of some properties. And yun yung isa sa mga lesson learned. And naging wisdom ko na rin. Why? Because sabi nila, knowledge is, you learn it for yourself from your own experience. And wisdom is learning it from other people's experience. So I treat it as wisdom na, you know, a lot of people still do not know what to do with money. You know, invest here, invest there, start a business here, start a business. But when worst things comes, they are not prepared. When the worst times come, they are not prepared. Their family is not prepared. So I realize here, guys, in IMG, this is not just about making money. Okay, this is not just about earning money. This is not just about accumulating something, yung business, yung property, yung savings. No, it's also about transfer of that wealth. Yung wealth na kinikreate mo for years of hard work, you created wealth. But are you prepared to transfer it? Di ba? Yung importante, transfer. So, kailangan i-preserve mo at i-transfer mo. Because importante, guys, kasi kulang pa rin yung alam mo if whatever you earn right now, bili ka ng bili, you know, you think it's okay, but when the time comes, you know, you are unprepared, your family is unprepared, talagang everybody will suffer. And your family will go down to, you know, being broke, you know, wala, no? As in, you know, talagang mag-struggle, and we don't want that to happen. And the good news is pwede pa natin yang maiwasan kung mai-apply natin ang learning natin sa IMG. So moving forward, IMG's role also is to share to people, tell people, wake up call na it's going to be a challenging future ahead. No? Nung dumating yung pandemic last year, it's not just a health crisis. It's a financial crisis for most of people. So it will be a challenging future ahead. Number one, kikita natin dyan sa slide, uncertain labor market. You know, a lot of employers, you know, are parang talagang they're letting go of their employees, no? And nagbawas sila ng tao at nabawas ng sweldo. So uncertain labor market. Second reality there is low savings and high debt, no? Konti lang yung savings at maraming utang, di ba? And the third reality is the cost of education. Pinapaaral mo yung anak mo ngayon, yes, you can afford the cost of today, but what about the cost of education 10 years from now, right? And the fourth is increasing cost of living, no? So it means to say inflation, okay? Na nagmamahalan yung mga bilihin, no? So importante, guys, malaman natin what will happen in the future. But the most important also is you are prepared in case it will happen to you in the future. Mean to say, dapat malaman natin how to overcome that future. Okay? So, importante, control your future. It's in your hands, no? Yung future natin. Okay? So, isa sa mga ginawa ni IMG is that we help a lot of Filipinos become their own financial educator. Mean to say, pag-aralan natin for ourselves, pag-aralan natin for our family. Yun lang. No? Kasi no other organization out there that is doing exactly what we do. I mean, you go to the bank does not teach you how to manage your money. You go to insurance companies does not teach you. Hindi sila nagtuturo, nagbebenta po sila. When you go to the bank, bebentahan ka ng savings account. When you go to insurance company, bebentahan ka ng insurance account. But none of them will teach you, guide you step by step para makamit, ma-achieve natin yung financial goals natin. Lalong-lalo na when it comes to earning income, they would not provide us with income. Mean to say, kailangan natin ng guide. No? So an IMG could be the best community for you, especially if you want to earn income and convert active income to passive income. Okay? So importante guys, there are key financial concepts that we need to learn. Now, if we move forward, gusto natin financially secure life, there will be some information that we need to learn along the way. Isa sa mga concept po is X-curve. Itong X-curve, napaka-simple, but napaka-powerful na concept. At hindi ito tinuturo sa mga school. Dito lang sa IMG. Very simple in X-curve po. The reason why it's called X-curve, because there's a two line, one line going up, the green line, and one line going down, and nag-X. And parang nag-curve sila, di ba? So, the green line, the line going up, represents money. The red line represents responsibility. Sometimes I call it expense line, or sometimes I call it financial worries line. And nakikita natin dyan yung timeline, no? From young to old. And ibig sabihin po, during the younger years, marami sa atin, yung money line nasa pinaka-lowest point. It means to say, wala pa tayong masyadong pera during the younger years. But the red line, take note, na is already in the highest point. Why? Because marami na tayong responsibility, unang-una towards the family. Right? You help pay the electric bill, you help pay the education bill. Even if you're single, you tumutulong ka sa bahay, bibigay ka ng pera kay nanay, kay tatay, sa edukasyon ng kapatid mo. Once you get married, of course, you have a new set of responsibility towards your wife, to your family, your kids, right? And sometimes I call it worry, financial worry, because during the times na konti pa yung pera mo, yung worry mo is nasa highest level, di ba? So the only way to lessen, to decrease the financial worry, the only way to decrease the red line is to increase the money line. And the only way to increase the money line is to start saving. Start saving as soon as possible while you can. Okay? As soon as you can. Because the time will not wait for you. Time will pass, no? Like young to old, time will not wait. Importante, while time is moving forward, your savings is going upward also. So that's what this X curve means, no? And during the younger years, if you see there as a circle, a blue circle, like die too soon, during the younger years, napaka-critical, napaka-crucial, especially if you have families depending on you. In case something happened to you, to the breadwinner, konti pa yung pera, saan kukuha? How can the family survive? So kailangan, in case of die too soon, there's enough insurance, right? And then on the right side of your screen, when you are older, when you are in the older years, konti na lang yung financial worries. And in case you live too long, you live long, kailangan magkaroon ka ng enough money for retirement, no? Enough investment for retirement. Not for anything, but invest for retirement. No? Kasi lahat po tayo magre-retire. Okay? If we don't die too soon, we live long. Okay? And the sad part is that in between die too soon and live long, we get sick in between. Diba? So, again, kailangan din natin paghandaan yung getting sick in between. So, that's the first concept, X-curve concept. The second concept, very powerful, but very simple at hindi tinuturo ng mga school, itong power of compounding interest. Sabi ni Albert Einstein, compound interest is man's greatest invention in amassing wealth. So, kung gusto natin at least maging more or better yung financial life natin, kailangan maintindihan natin yung compound interest. Napakadali lang. Yung ginawa ni Einstein, yung number 72, i-divide mo lang sa interest rate per year, malalaman mo ilang years, number of years it will take to double your savings. Meaning to say, if the interest is 1, so 72 divided by 1 equals 72. It means it will take 72 years to double your savings. So kung inilagay mo yung pera mo sa bangko and the bank gives you 1%, whatever money you put there, it will become double after 72 years. Di ba? Exciting. Is that exciting? Pero yun yung reality. A lot of our Filipino friends, family members put money in the bank, 1% interest, even below 1%. Ito, 0.2%. So it means to say 0.2%, 72 divided by 0.2 is 360 years. Right? So it's really impossible. In short, it's close to impossible that your money will grow. And yet, a lot of our friends, family members put money in the bank because it's safe. Diba? Correct, it's safe. Pero hindi naman lahat ng pera mo pang safety, di ba? Just, I put money in the bank. Why? For emergency, para ma-access ko. Good, very good. Pero hindi naman lahat ng pera mo for emergency. Okay? Some of your money is for long-term retirement goal. So put your money kung saan medyo mataas yung interest. Kasi pang retirement yun eh. Pero yung pera mo pang emergency, then lagay mo sa bangko. Kahit may interest pa yan o wala, doesn't matter kasi yung goal mo is just for emergency, you can access it anytime. Okay? So yan po yung compound interest, no? So illustration about it is this, no? Let's say binigyan tayo ng 4% per year. Okay, let's say time deposit. So 72 divided by 418, it means whatever na sinave mo dyan, let's say at age 20, and you have 100,000, it will double after 18 years. So nakikita natin dyan, from 20 plus 18 equals 38, yung 100 becomes 200. Pinaghirapan mo ba yan? Yung 100? Yes. Galing yan sa trabaho mo. Galing sa negosyo mo. Pero from 100 to become 200, hindi mo yan pinaghirapan. Sino na yung nagsumikap? Yung pera. So that's what you call money working for you. So you work for money to have that 100,000. But money works for you when you put it at an interest rate more than or above the banks are giving. Di ba? So 38 plus 18 equals 56. 200 becomes 4. So it's short, every 18 years, it just keeps doubling and doubling and doubling if you want to. Now, if you move forward with 8%, 72 divided by 8 equals 9. It means at 20 years old, you have 100,000. It becomes 200 after 9 years. It becomes 400 after 9 years, and so on and so forth until age 56, naging 1.6 million. All right? And then 12%, 72 divided by 12 equals 6. Every 6 years, your savings doubles. So again, pinaghirapan mo yung 100,000. Siguro pinag-ipunan mo for 1 year. Di ba? 8,000 every month in 1 year, nagkaroon ka ng 100,000 and you invest it at 12%. So 6 years after, naging 200. So yung pera, ginawa ng pera is nagtrabaho to double itself. So hindi na ikaw yung nagtrabaho. So while you working for money right now in your job, sa trabaho natin, if you have savings, if you have investment, yung pera nagtatrabaho para sa iyo. So ilan na yung nagtatrabaho? How many? 2 people. Ikaw yung nagtatrabaho to earn money, and money works for you. So mean to say you have a big chance of succeeding in life, have financial security because you are working side by side with money. Because money works for you and you work for money. Di ba? Compared to talagang you work for money lang. Di ba? So importante yung savings. Okay? So money works for you if you have money. Kasi pag wala kang money, wala kang pera, wala kang sinave, then how will money work for you? Diba? So very important, guys, that we remember that. Okay? And if you look closer, okay, titingnan natin mabuti, yung 400 here, okay, yung 400 and 1.6 dito, if you follow my cursor here, no? 1.6 dito and yung 400 dito, the difference is 4 times. Pero at yung 4 dito at saka yung 8 dito, the difference is 2 times. What I'm saying is this: even if you double the interest, you quadruple your wealth. Okay? Now, how about the 400 here and the 6.4 here? The difference, if you deduct that, 6.4 minus 400, 6 million. But how many times bigger? 16 times. But if you observe yung 4% at 12%, 3 times yung yung kalaki yung 12 sa 4. It's 4 times 3 equals 12. Pero yung pera dito, yung wealth mo 16 times. Ano ibig sabihin? If you triple your interest, you multiply your wealth 16 times. Doing nothing. Di ba? Doing nothing. Why? Because nilagyan mo ng interest, it's money working for you. So yung sinabi ng mga tao, Jess, passive income, passive income, passive income, income without effort. Yung pinakatotoong income without effort is itong income, itong pera that you earn because there is compound interest. Ito yung pinakatotoong passive income talaga. Kasi walang effort because the interest just keeps on growing and growing and growing. Kahit natutulog ka, growing and growing and growing. Some people say, Jess, I have this property, pinaparentahan ko, is that passive income? semi-passive income. It's not totally passive income because pag merong nagre-renta, you still do effort, call them and every month and then sinisingil mo and pag umaalis, hindi nagbabayad, tatawagan mo, ganun. So, yes, semi-passive. Gusto mo talagang truly passive income, you save and invest and understand the power of compound interest. Okay? And the third concept na natutunan ko sa IMG, yung kanina, first is X-curve, second is Rule 72, the third concept is itong concept of solid financial foundation. Anong ibig sabihin ng solid financial foundation? The last word is foundation. Pag sinabing foundation, pundasyon. Imagine you build a 4-story, 10-story building, 20-story building. Yung unang gagawin ng contractor ng building is to check whether yung soil is really a good foundation. No? Whether yung strength and quality of that soil is in a good foundation. Pwede ba nating lagyan ng building dito sa soil na ito? Mean to say, chine-check yung pundasyon. And aside from the soil, pag sinimulan na, ginawa na yung pundasyon, kailangan solid. So that ma-build yung 10-story, 20-story building. Bakit kailangan solid yung pundasyon? It's for safety and security and long-term. Diba? Yan po pong building. Same thing with bahay. Sa bahay natin, may binili kang bahay. Sine-check mo ba yung pundasyon? Diba? Minsan tayo, bili lang tayo ng bili. Hindi natin alam yung whether okay ba yung pundasyon. Diba? So, the most important is it has a solid foundation. Okay? Para secure yung family na titira sa bahay na yan, long-term yung bahay, di ba? What about if we build financial wealth? Kailangan financial foundation at kailangan solid. Para yung wealth, it will last. Para yung wealth, maipasa natin sa next generation. Yun yung nangyayari sa uncle ko eh. May wealth siya, pero hindi solid yung pundasyon kasi hindi niya alam, di ba? Hindi solid. Puro properties lang. Walang emergency fund, walang healthcare, walang life insurance, puro properties. Diba? Investments yun. Pero it doesn't build a solid foundation. Diba? And you don't want to also make it happen to you. Make sure you learn from that experience that I shared to you. Make sure you have a solid foundation so that you can build your wealth on top sa itaas po ng strong and solid foundation. Okay? Very important po yan. And the good news is that if you have a copy of the book, even soft copy, the cover page alone, nandyan yung solid foundation. Nandyan yung solid foundation po. Mean to say, napaka-importante yung solid financial foundation. Regardless how much we earn right now from your job, from your business, it does not matter kung wala kang solid financial foundation. Tandaan natin yan ha. It does that everything we work hard for will be useless. Everything we work hard for will be useless kung wala tayong solid financial foundation. So kaya, pwede pa nating maiwasan yung nangyari ng iba, no? Especially yung sa sinare ko sa uncle ko. Okay? So importante guys, no? If you look at the solid foundation, nandyan na yung lahat na gagawin, yung component, no? Component ng pagkakaroon ng solid foundation. And the component starting in the top is investment. Okay, that's where stock market and mutual funds fall. Okay, and when you talk about stock market or mutual funds, it's our right, is our chance to become part owners of companies. Because sa mutual funds po, the mutual fund allows you and me to become indirect part owners ng mga companies na yan nakikita natin sa screen. Kasi kung walang mutual funds, it will be very difficult for everybody to become part owners of those companies. In fact, may isang batas na po, no? Republic Act 2629. That's Investment Company Act. And that batas, sinulat at inapprove noong 1960. Again, 1960. Panahon ng mga lolo't lola natin, panahon ng mga parents natin siguro, pero hindi tinuro sa kanila. Kung di umabot yung 1990s, hindi nag-share si IMG since 1990s until now, we make sure that in all our seminars and lectures, we talk about mutual funds as well. Because this is an easier way to grow money other than putting money in the banks. If you put money in the bank and your goal is to grow money, might as well put your money in the mutual fund. Because the bank also put money in the mutual fund. Some people say, Jess, I put money in retirement, let's say SSS or what. That's okay. Pero do you know where SSS put their money? SSS put their money in a mutual fund. So make sure you know where SSS put money. Make sure you know where the bank puts money in the mutual fund. The good news is this, you and I can open a mutual fund account very quickly. Mean to say, when you become a member of IMG, pag na-approve na yung membership mo, automatic, meron ka ng online mutual fund account. Kahit saan ka pa ngayon, kahit nasa overseas ka, you can have an online mutual fund account through IMG. Outside IMG, it's impossible, especially for all overseas because hindi pwedeng mag-apply yung overseas sa mutual fund. They have to come back home and fill up some forms. Pero through IMG, tinutulungan natin lahat ng Pilipino magkaroon ng mutual fund investment account by becoming a member. So this is one of the benefits of becoming a member. Automatic, you can have a mutual fund account online. Once you're approved na yung account mo, approved na yung membership mo, then mag-add ka na lang ng mag-add. Top up ka na lang ng top up until you achieve your goal. Okay? So the reason why very important yung second, actually hindi yan second, yung component, isang component, yung emergency, kasi kailangan magkaroon ka ng emergency fund because in case may emergency, you don't have to sacrifice your investment. You don't have to redeem or withdraw your investment. Kagaya ng ginawa ng marami, no? 'Di ba? May pera sa bangko. In case of emergency, withdraw. So kaya hindi dumadami yung pera kasi withdraw ng withdraw. And most of the time, mas marami pa yung withdrawal sa bangko than deposit, 'di ba? Yun yung nangyayari. Tingnan niyo yung passbook, 'di ba? May binigyan, nag-open yung family mo ng bank account, di ba? Kasi para paglagyan ng pera, tingnan mo yung passbook, alin yung mas marami, deposit or withdrawal? Mas marami pang withdrawal kaysa deposit. Kaya hindi dumadami yung pera. Okay? Kasi pag emergency, walang emergency fund. Kailangan emergency fund. Lalong-lalo na yung dumating yung pandemic last year, a lot of people wake up to the reality how important emergency or contingency fund is. Okay? Very important po yan. And yes, it's easy to think and compute, but yung pinaka-challenging there is yung execution. Will you do it? Gagawin mo ba? Yes, alam mo, emergency fund. Yan lang, 3 to 6 months. Alam ko yan, kaya ko yan. Gagawin mo ba? Ginagawa mo ba? Di ba? So, the good thing is if you're a member of IMG, you'll be encouraged and influenced and inspired by all of the people because ginagawa ng marami. So, need to say, who are your friends? You are the average of 5 people, di ba? Na-influence ka, na-inspire ka. So, isa sa mga benefit becoming a member of IMG is that we inspire people to save and build a solid financial foundation. Okay? So kung wala ka pang emergency fund, make sure you have emergency fund. But take note, the worst case of emergency is yung medical emergency. Yan po yung kailangan nating unahin, yung mga medical emergency. Alright? And darating po tayo dyan, no? Sa healthcare. So, emergency funds, below emergency fund, there's eliminate debts. Some people say that, Jess, I have extra money. Before I save money, I must pay my debts first. Well, good luck. Good luck. Most people tell me, Jess, I'll pay my debts first. Bayaran ko muna utang ko bago ako mag-save. Sounds okay, pero it's not okay. Why? Because wala ka namang deadline. Kailan ka maging debt-free? Ilang years ka na nasa utang, hindi mo na nabayaran. So, how do you think this time mabayaran mo? Right? Yung gagawin natin is this. Even if may utang ka, okay, and you have extra money, may utang ka, pag wala kang savings, start to save money. And whatever extra, after you save, then pay it in your debt, for your debt. Mean to say, when you do that, okay, every time you have extra money, kasi nag-part-time ka, or what, unahin mo yung savings, and whatever is extra, babayaran mo yung utang. Why is it wise to do that? Because while you eliminate your debt, dumadami yung savings mo. While you are zeroing out your debt, decreasing, nag-increase yung savings mo. Di ba? That's the best thing that can happen, hitting 2 birds in 1 stone. Di ba? So, the reason why people go into debts, wala namang taong gusto na magkaroon ng maraming utang. Right? Inisip lang ng marami na walang choice. Actually, may choice. Kung meron kang emergency fund, you don't go into debts. Di ba? So again, napaka-importante ang emergency fund because it protects you from getting into debts. Kung meron kang healthcare, hindi ka sana ng utang nung nagkasakit yung tatay, nanay mo. Wala ka mang healthcare, walang healthcare din yung nanay, tatay mo. See? So it's about financial education. It's about, alam mo ba? Di ba? Kaalaman, no? That's why mag-join ka sa IMG if hindi ka pa member kasi dadami yung kaalaman mo. when it comes to financial preparedness. Okay? And eventually, dumating tayo sa protection. Ano ibig sabihin protection? Life insurance. Ano yung purpose ng life insurance? It's to answer this question, what if you die too soon? Who will take care of your family? You sacrifice your family, you love your family, you care for them, iniisip mo sila, naalala mo sila. But in case God calls you home, who will take care of your family? How can they survive without you? See? So kailangan magkaroon ka ng life insurance. And it's not about product. No. You need to understand how life insurance works. Dami tayong mga seminars and training dedicated for life insurance also. Okay? And finally, mating na tayo sa pinaka-importante, healthcare. Again, inuna natin yung investment going downwards. But actually, the important is yung nasa baba. Pinaka-importante. Kasi we're talking about foundation. It's just like hollow block, di ba? You are building something like a wall. You put the hollow block block by block from ground going up. Hindi ka naman nagsisimula sa taas, di ba? You start from ground, block by block. So you start with the healthcare. And importante guys, with healthcare, alam natin ano yung mga options. There's a short-term healthcare, there's a senior care, there's also long-term care. And in the Philippines, there's only one company that has this all short-term care, senior care, and long-term care. No? And later on, I'll talk to you about it also in the remaining slides. Okay? So, going back to the solid foundation, very important this. Yung healthcare, very important. Kailangan magkaroon ka ng healthcare. Why? Because one sickness alone will wipe out everything. Lahat na pinaghirapan mo, mawawala yan pag nagkakasakit ka. Take it from the experience of my uncle. Right? Number 2, life insurance. Whatever you work hard for, importante may life insurance in case something happened, the family will survive. The family will not have, hindi nila ibibenta yung lupa, yung bahay, kung meron kang life insurance. Pero kung wala kang life insurance, they are forced to sell everything para lang mag-survive. Okay? So take it from the experience of my uncle again. And the last, investment. So this is the investment is like, 1, 2, 3 is the top 3 major financial needs. Kailangan mag-invest ka for your retirement. Di ba? Yung kanina, live too long, kailangan investment for retirement. Die too soon, life insurance. And in case we get sick in between sa timeline, we need healthcare. These are the 3 major financial needs na sinasabi natin. Nasa libro yan, no? Nasa libro. So if you're a member of IMG, you'll get to know more about the 3 financial needs, major financial needs. But there's a way to address these major financial needs right away, no? Para magkaroon ka agad ng healthcare, life insurance, and investment. Isa sa mga partner companies ni IMG, ito si Kaiser. Kaiser is the biggest healthcare company in the Philippines na dinesign for the Filipino itong tinatawag na 3-in-1 savings program. Okay? And bakit 3-in-1? Because it has a healthcare component, it has a life insurance component, it has an investment component. And in this example, very basic example lang, allow me to give example, guys, no? This is a savings program in the first place kasi investment, di ba? And when you want to save money, how much? How much is that installment amount? 58,821, right? And when you're saving money, until when? 7 years. Di ba? Until when? 7 years. So, 58,821 times 7, maging total yan contract price. The contract price is just the total amount of money na sinave mo. Okay? So again, ilang years ka mag-save? 7 years. Okay? After 7 years, just anong gagawin? Maghintay. Because waiting period, 13 years. So, year 1 to year 7, save. From year 8 to year 20, wait. Di ba? Save and wait. Yun lang naman eh. Di ba? Para kang nagtanim. You're just planting a mango tree. So, you start with a seed until it becomes a seedling. And then it becomes a tree, a young tree, and it becomes mature tree and mature enough to bear fruit. And it's not instant. You have to wait, di ba? Yeah, but you have to nurture along the way, di ba? So, same thing here. Kasi pera yung tinatanim natin. And you have to let the compound interest do their job. Money working for you. So, what can happen is this. After 20 years, you will receive all your savings almost times 3. Magkano yung na-save mo lahat? Remember, contract price. Saan galing yung contract price na 411? 58,000 times 7. Di ba? But magkano yung marireceive mo 20 years after 20 years or at the end of 20 years? That's almost 1.2 million. Almost 3 times. Kasi 400,000 more or less contract price, di ba? times 3 mo yan, di ba? More or less 1.2 million. So, magkano yung matatanggap mo after 20 years? Almost 1.2 million. So, you're like saving money and naghihintay ka maging triple at the end of 20 years. Now, if you think you don't need yet the money after 20 years, okay lang. Because si Kaiser will allow you to choose. Kung gusto mo, you will wait until age 60. In this case, since the example natin is 22, so 20 years after 42, and he's thinking na hindi pa niya kailangan yung pera, may pera pa naman siya sa trabaho and all. So gusto niya, let money work for him until age 60. So at age 60, nakikita natin dyan, naging 6.4 million. Or at age 65, nakikita natin 10 million. Right? So guys, how many of you right now here know somebody nag-retire? Kilala nyo ba may nag-retire at age 60 na merong 3 million, 2 million, 4 million? How many? Marami ba or konti lang? Paki-chat nga dyan, guys. Paki-chat nga dyan. Marami ba kayong kakilala na nag-retire at age 60 nagkaroon ng 2 million, 3 million? Marami or konti? Type the word marami or konti. Either you type konti or type the word marami. Paki-type on the chat box. Okay? All right? Okay, thank you. All right, good. Hindi ko nakikita yung chat pero okay. Alam ko nagchat-type kayo. Sige. All right, good. Ako rin, no? I only know very few people na nag-retire at age 60 na merong 2 million, 3 million. But with this program, it will become a reality with this program. Now, it depends on the age. Okay? In this example, I'm using age 22. If you're not age 22, ask the friend who invited you, your inviter, to send to you something like this para makapili ka. If you believe this program can help you. If you believe this program can help give peace of mind and security in your future, then get to know this program. And kung pwede, you'll have one of this program. You'll be one of the lucky people to have this program. Okay? I got this program for myself 15 years ago. And of course, natapos ko na. Tapos ng binayaran. But I don't have only one program. I have 3 programs. Okay? Kasi after 7 years, pwede ka naman din kumuha ng another. Kasi gusto ko at age 60, everything, all the income will just be there. You know, yung from the first program, at age 60, may ibibigay na income. Yung second program at age 60, may ibibigay. So, at age 60, I'll be expecting at least 3 programs na magbibigay sa akin ng pera, no? So, guys, ito age 22. And if you, the example kanina, ito my monthly, quarterly, semi-annual, annual, this is the 20 years after, this is age 60, age 65. And the what makes this program unique is that sometimes we call it 3-in-1, di ba? Nakita natin kanina. And some people call it 4-in-1. I call it all-in-one. Bakit all-in-one? Kasi hindi lang siya, para sa akin, hindi lang siya retirement and investment. Hindi lang siya healthcare, hindi lang siya life insurance. Accident insurance din siya. At the same time, may burial at repatriation benefit pa. So if you are an OFW, wala ka ng problema kasi may repatriation benefit. Ito. Not even if not OFW, even nasa Philippines, pag kailangan ng repatriation, pwede. Kasi minsan na balitaan ko na there are Filipinos who die abroad and it would take months para yung bangkay maiuwi sa Pinas. And why is that? Probably nobody is taking care. Nobody is doing the papers. Nobody is doing the asikaso, no? And the family back home does not know what to do, right? So nandito na si Kaiser. Give us security, di ba? And at the same time, may optional coverage, critical illness, no? Kung gusto mo may additional coverage, pwede optional. Optional bayad, optional coverage yan. Critical illness, kung gusto mo ma-cover ka sa mga deadly, yung mga critical talaga dreaded disease kung gusto mo, additional coverage yan. So, at least guys, you are already informed, no? Kasi may ano din dito, kung gusto mo, pag retire mo, 2 million, o nandito, di ba? Pumili ka lang ng whatever plan, no? 2 million. Or gusto mo at age 60, 11 million, 18 million. So some people ask me, Jens, ang laki naman nun. Ang laki naman ng 6 million at age 60. Ang laki naman ng 10 million at age 65. And my answer is this. Yes, correct. 6 million is 6 million. 10 million is 10 million. But it will be years from now. It's not instant. It will take around more than 20 years for you to have that money. And by that time, 6 million will not be the same 6 million as today. Alam natin kung bakit? Alam niyo kung bakit, guys? Based on experience, and this is based on reality. Yung mga hospitals ngayon, yung mga heart bypass ngayon is already 1.5 million today. 2-3 years ago is what it was just 1 million. This year, I had a friend a month ago, ang heart bypass siya, is late 40s yung edad niya, heart bypass, 1.5 million. So yung 6.4 million years from now, maliit lang yun. Especially kung kailangan mo na. Especially kung nagkakasakit ka na. Pero, yung 6 million na healthcare savings mo versus the 6 million na bahay mo, pag nagkasakit ka, yung healthcare, yun yung gagamitin. Pero kung wala kang healthcare na 6 million at age 60, pero may bahay ka, yun ibibenta pag nagkasakit ka. So, how do you protect your property? By getting something like this. Di ba? Kasi pag wala kang healthcare, you have to sell properties, ibenta natin lupa, or mag-chip in entire family. And that has been culture of Filipinos. And we have to cut that culture because it's not the culture of other countries. It's the culture of a Filipino that we don't have any healthcare preparation. Even if alam natin magkakasakit tayo, even the healthiest people get sick, but we don't have preparation because no one guided us. Now, the good thing about joining IMG, there's already guidance. Just this session alone, this is already guidance. It's just a wake-up call. But if you join IMG, the more you're able to help yourself and also your family and also the people you care for. So this is just information, but this will be life-changing if you allow this to change your life. Okay? So guys, pinaka bottom line talaga natin because I was just giving you a patikim of the information on how good it is to be a member of this community. Okay? Importante guys, take action. No matter how simple the information you learn, yun yung importante, simplified lang para mas madaling maintindihan. Kasi pag kinocomplicate natin, mas mahirap maintindihin. And then only a few people understand. Pero sinisimplify ni IMG so that maraming nakaintindi. So you take action, secure your future. Sabi dito, you will always have an excuse not to save or invest. No matter what your excuse is, one thing is for sure, you're going to get old next year. I will be old this year, I will be old next year, di ba? And parang ano lang yan eh, parang nanood ka ng TV, yung remote control. First click, first channel, 10 years na yan, di ba? Next click, another 10 years. Next click, another 10 years. Next click, you'll be age 60 and 70 already, di ba? So no matter what your excuse is, your child will grow up and enter college and you would need money for his or her education. No matter what your excuse is, you will eventually retire and stop making active income. You have to be prepared for this kinds of situation. Be with a group who inspires you. When the members of your group save, they will inspire you to save. When the members of the group plan to invest or plan for the future, secure the future, then you will be inspired also to do so. Okay? So, be part of our community. That's the action plan. When you join the organization, there are two options. First, either you choose to become a basic member. As a basic member, you will have this immediate benefits. Especially yung paborito ko, you automatically have a mutual fund access account. Okay? Plus access to coaching classes. And if you are in the Philippines, the membership is just 6,000 pesos. If you are abroad, there's a specific membership bracket. No, wherever place you are, there is your inviter, the person who invited you will guide you as to how much is the membership according to country. And if you're in the Philippines, this is 6,000 pesos. And again, yung paborito ko is that when you choose basic membership, you can already have an online mutual fund account and you can attend the financial coaching classes already. Pero if you want a better benefit, more superior benefit, choose associate membership. Yung kanina, basic yun eh. Ito, associate. Yung associate membership, mas kompleto. Kasi it's not only mutual fund, kailangan natin. Pati na rin yung all-in-one, di ba? And pag naging associate member ka na, automatic, para ka nang nag-open ng all-in-one at the same time. Mean to say, naging member ka na, nagkaroon ka ng mutual fund account, na-open ka na ng 4-in-1, once approved na yung membership mo at approved na yung mutual fund account mo and approved na yung 4-in-1 account mo, then dagdag ka na lang ng dagdag. Mean to say, you are on the way to build your wealth. Literally, build your wealth. Why? Because there is a platform, there's a guidance na binibigay ni IMG. And isa sa mga paborito kong benefit if you're an associate member is this. Pwede mong itong gawing professional career kung gusto mo. Kasi pag nag-member ka sa IMG, bibigyan ka ng license sa government, Philippine government through IMG as a financial educator. Kung gusto mo, kumita ka online, magkaroon ka ng freelance career, this is one of the better options nowadays, especially sa panahon ngayon, because you want to augment and increase your income. And if you start saving, you want to sustain what you started. So you can try associate membership and try to do the career, the professional career, and your inviter will guide you how to do so. Marami tayong mga trainings and lecture dito to guide you also. And if you are in the Philippines, your associate membership is just 12,382 to start with, right? If you're in other countries, medyo angat lang ng konti based on the membership on other countries, okay? So ask your inviter as to the specifics, okay? So guys, these are the partner companies na sinasabi natin earlier that supported our advocacy. IMG is not a one company, one community, and that's it. No, IMG is a collaboration of all those companies na nakikita natin dyan sa screen. If you're familiar with some companies, most of those companies are respected companies, are leader companies in their own industry. And ano yung ginagawa nila dyan? They collaborate to support IMG. So when you're a member of IMG, isa sa mga benefit is that you can access all the programs of all those partner companies because they design programs that is customized for IMG members worldwide. Okay? So yan po yung isa sa pinaka the best benefit natin. And again, kung piliin mo yung associate membership, ito yung highlight ng associate membership. Nag-join ka, okay? Mean to say, nag-enroll ka, become part of the company, become part of the community, nag-own ka. Ano yung own? You start your own savings program, and of course, upon approval of your membership, automatic, nagkaroon ka na ng mga savings program. And yung ito, pinaka the best, you have a chance to share to your friends and family members. So, pinili mo associate membership. How to do the career? What's the impact of the career? What's the incentive of the career? When you do the career, you don't make money when you share to people. You don't make money when people join IMG. Nobody makes money because this is a community, right? Pero, sino yung magbibigay sa iyo ng income incentive? Yung mga partner companies. Sila po yung nagbibigay sa iyo ng income incentive. Example, you're a member of IMG. May kumuha ng property. Then, si SMDC or Ayala. Ayala and SMDC will give you income incentive. Ganun lang. Very simple. Di ba? Naging member ka ng IMG, associate member ka. May sinishare sa may kaibigan ka at sinishare mo sa kanya yung IMG, yung mutual fund, saka yung Kaiser. At kumuha siya, nagustuhan niya yung 4-in-1. Si Kaiser will give you an income incentive. So yun lang. I mean to say, just by sharing to people, nakakatulong ka pa at kumikita ka. Very, very simple. Kasi you are not involved into commodities right now. You're not involved into whatever na binibenta mo. You're not selling something. You're teaching people. And what is best also is that you can do it online. Okay? Pwede mong gawing offline, one-on-one, face-to-face, but very, very important na malaman mo, pwede mong gawing online. Para kang online instructor. Parang ganun. And may training tayo for that. No? So, ito yung magiging incentive mo. So, if you're an associate member, your potential income, minimum lang. Okay? Minimum lang muna. Your potential income minimum is like 55,000 a month. Extra po yan. Extra. Whatever you earn right now, dadagdagan natin ng 55,000 every month. Extra minimum. It will be a good source to sustain your savings and not just for yourself but also for your family. And at least, parang naging libre na rin yung savings mo because the income from your career, from your business, will sustain whatever you save. Okay? So I mean to say, only one time, galing sa bulsa mo yung pang-membership. Pero yung pang-sustain sa savings mo, galing sa income incentive as being an IMG financial educator po. Okay? So guys, I think, let me wrap up to you this way. Okay? Kanina, pinakita ko itong counter. And you will become part of history, Philippine history, because we are going to educate and share up to 30 million families by 2030. And if your name will appear on the list, napakaswerte mo because you will be part of history. So if wala pa yung pangalan mo dyan, then ask your inviter na ilagay yung pangalan mo dyan o ikaw mismo mag-fill up para mailagay mo yung pangalan mo para ma-included ka sa counter natin. And ito guys, assignment natin, no? Assignment, talk to your inviter ASAP. Don't waste enough time, don't waste months and years because ilang years ka naghihintay for this information. So do not waste any further time, okay? Second, get verified agad. Get verified for the pre-approval of your membership. Libre yon, yung verification, libre. Ask your inviter how to get verified for the pre-approval of membership. And pinaka-simple, the most simple thing you can do is provide your inviter your full name and your email address so that they can give you all the details also through your email as well. At maging part ka na ng history natin na 30 million by 2030. You'll be part of the Filipinos who really strive to educate as many families as possible. Okay? So guys, once again, I really congratulate you for deciding to be here. All of us around 113, 100 plus attendees here, especially for the first timers, especially for the overseas Filipino workers, overseas Filipinos, professionals, you've worked there for 10 years, more than 10 years, doesn't matter. Importante guys, you found out about IMG, the sooner the better at this moment in your life because it's not an accident that you came across with IMG. It's not an accident that you come across with a community that will change your life financially. Diba yan gusto natin? Financial security. And this is the organization that keeps talking about financial security. No other information, no other topics na subject natin, na pinag-usapan natin, financial security, financial planning, savings, investment. Kasi hindi natin pinag-uusapan kahit saan. Hindi pinag-uusapan sa pamilya, hindi pinag-uusapan sa simbahan, hindi pinag-uusapan sa paralan. Kahit saan, sa bahay, sa opisina, hindi natin pinag-usapan yung financial security. Di ba? Dito lang natin pinag-usapan sa IMG community. So, if you think gusto mo ng financial growth, then this community is your answered prayer. Okay? So, I think guys, I shared to you some relevant, simple yet relevant information that can give you a head start. Okay? And what you need to do, that assignment that I showed to you, talk to your inviter ASAP so that you become part of this community, but this community will not bring change to you. You bring the change to yourself and to your family. Okay? Guys, thank you. Have a great weekend. Stay safe, stay healthy, and I hope to see you on the next training all about achieving financial security. Thank you, and God bless.